Good morning, afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another day of Bitcoin TA with King. I just wanted to go over what I see happening today or in the next few days. Also, get the disclaimer out of the way. This is not financial advice. Please do your diligence before making any moves based on this information. So we're going to go ahead and start off on the daily chart today. We're getting close to the neckline here of this head and shoulders that I have here. Here's your left shoulder. Here's your right shoulder. And then obviously we've got our head up here. The neckline's sitting at about the 6,800 area. If you look back for when we had this run up with the inverse head and shoulders, that was also the neckline break. So, you know, we've got some pretty good resistance here. We should see our next drop off here shortly within the next few days or so. Seems like we're moving kind of slow. Again, the 0.382% retracement level on the fib is still a dead cat level. We haven't quite got there except for with this awesome BitMEX spike here. But other than that, I mean, that's really the only thing that's gone up there and touched that. I mean, we're getting close. I think there is a chance that we see that actual 3.82 or 0.382 level be touched. I think that's possible. The 100 MA, 50 MA are both kind of in the same area. And if you go to the 4-hour chart, that's where the 200 MA is sitting as well, right in that area. So I think that we'll probably test that. That's kind of my area to double down on our shorts and go ahead and ride it down from there. I think that's, you know, very, very possible. If we zoom in here on the 4-hour, we do have this symmetrical triangle here kind of forming or has formed, and I believe that, you know, within the next 24 hours or so we should break up or down of this little area here. But I still don't consider a breakout till after we get past the 7K area. With these moving averages, we could see a really big wick again. So, you know, it's looking overall, you know, mid to long term, we're going down for sure. Short term, we may see a little spike up to that 6,900 range, 6,900, 7,000, somewhere in there. But it won't be long. It'll be quick. It'll be a quick touch, and back on down we go. So that's kind of the idea that I have right at the moment. If we go back to the 1 hour, oh, actually, here, let's go back to the 4-hour for a second. And we also have this ascending triangle. Yeah, I didn't mention that, but that's another line here that I believe is possible to play out if that happens again. If it happens today, anyway, you know, today, tomorrow, if we can go to that 6,900 range area, we would test again the top of this triangle in that area anyway. And I honestly don't know if we have enough power. We may get a wick there, but I think we close under this yellow line, which again is the neckline that I have drawn out here. So, but again, that's still, if it happens today, you know, it's right at the top of that channel. Then we will most likely see a breakdown at that point. Is kind of what I see. if you go to the daily chart again, we were talking about this the other day, where these MAs cross over at. And if you look right here on the right shoulder, this, in a downtrend anyway, the 50 to 100 day crossover has been very bearish. If you look back here, where you would think it would go bullish, it crashed. The same thing happened here. Oh no, this is the other way, so it didn't happen there. So this would be the next second time that we test this theory. But if you look at them, they're both free falling. Your 50 days coming back up. Your 50 days coming back up. But the 100 day, it's just in a steady free fall. It really hasn't changed. Same thing with the 200. The 200 kind of went up and peaked, and now it's on its way back down. So, you know, does it stay at a steady decline for a little while? You know, maybe end out here, drop our price down to here area like we've been thinking. It's hard to tell with that, but I think there's another possibility that these two cross here, and we fall a bit. So we'll see. I mean, they're basically touching right now. So within the next day or so, this is the daily chart. So maybe tomorrow we'll see that either break down or break up a little bit, and it may go up a tad. It seems like when it's happened, though, it's happened after the fall. The fall happened to break it down. So what happens here? Do we happen to cross a little? You know, see the cross happen, and then it fell. So let's see. You know, maybe the cross happens today. We fall tomorrow. You know, we'll see. So that's kind of the idea behind that. Let's jump back to more of the shorter term. Actually, you know, I wanted to do this real quick. So on the 1 hour, sorry, it's being a little slow here. Okay. So on the 1 hour, this is starting to turn into a triple top here. 1, 2, 3. Inside the wedge still. The bottom of the wedge is becoming, you know, right about where your MA is at there, your 50 MA. We'll see what happens there. I think we can easily go back under that, but if we break this line, there's a good chance that we easily come down to the 100. We may see a little bounce here, but we'll see. I had that line a little different before, which, I mean, you can still do. Oops. If you bring it here, it kind of comes up more at an angle, cuts this down to, instead of 24 hours, maybe 15 hours or so. So that's kind of how that broke down. I was just double checking it, so my eyes are really on it between, you know, the next 8 to 24 hours. We'll see what happens. TSI is not quite overbought, you know, but it has been kind of hanging out in that area. Center line's kind of been acting as support. We've punctured it a few times, and once it breaks down, we're going to see a good fall. I think, again, it's on its way back down. There's a possibility that we can break through there today. You know, we'll see. We're also looking at the MACDs kind of worthless the last few days or last week or so. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crossovers, and it looks like we're about to have a 6th. So this could be the breakdown. You know, it's really getting hard to tell what it wants to do. Um, but if you look at the MACD, yeah, let's open it up. Even though I still feel it's quite worthless at the moment, um, you know, if we somehow go up and test that 7,000 mark, we may top that about there. But I mean, the overall sentiment of it, you know, I mean, we're losing strength. So, and it's very possible that that comes back up and touches there again, and that's where we kind of might see that spike. That's possible that we're seeing. So we'll see if that happens. You know, the price has been going up. The MACD has been coming down. So I mean, there's a bearish divergence there. You know, we'll see if that plays out or not, but it's very possible. Same thing with the TSI, it's doing the same thing. Price is going up, but we're creating lower highs. So we'll see. But it still looks pretty much just like a dead cat bounce, and it's about time to fall. So that's kind of the idea that we're working behind here. Somebody did, let me double check real quick if anybody's chatting on there. If not, that's fine, just let me know and I can chat with you guys. So I'll just write on here, I'm here. So if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and ask them there. We can go over them. So I'm going to have to cut this video a little short today, but I've got a few things that I need to handle. So I will be cutting it out here in about 8 minutes. So if there's any questions you guys do have, I'd like to hear them. We can discuss them. So we were talking about it earlier in the fund group about what I was doing by adding a position or whatever. So basically what we did is we got in a little low, obviously. It really, you know, it faked out on us. I thought it was going to fall, didn't. But with the range we were in, I felt very comfortable, you know, laddering in some good shorts here to, you know, catch this next fall. So what we did is we laddered in. I have some buys set at 6,900, and then I've got a stop loss at 71. And what I'm going to do is that buy that I have at 69 is a buy that will double the order, and it should bring up our entry to the 6,600 area, or so according to the math. It may be a little less, but if that does happen, then we will obviously double down, bring up our entry, and just hopefully on the first drop we'll be in profit, and then we will ride it on down to, my target is at least the 6,200 to 6K range. I think any of those areas are very possible. We could easily create a double bottom here at 58, worst case, or like best case scenario, or worst case scenario, I'm thinking that's what we'll hit. Best case scenario is we fall all the way to 5.5. It's probably not a chance I'll hold on to and wait. We'll probably just take profit around the 6,000 range, and then we'll move on to the next trade. So that's kind of the idea here. I was hoping that it would fall a little faster, but it doesn't seem to be. Belinda's in the house on the chat box. Nobody else is in there. But anyway, so he's in there. If you guys, like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them out. We can go back again to the 4-hour chart. I wanted to look at that. And I mean, it depends on how you want to draw this out. I mean, we had the sideways game for a while, but you could use some wicks here and paint a perfect bear flag as well. Again, it's the head and shoulders is still in play here. Um, you know, we had a nice inverse and head here that brought us up. ETF news denied, back down. Now we're, you know, in this consolidation little area here. We're basically coming back up on a dead cat bounce, and most likely see a nice little fall off again. So that's kind of the idea I see. I don't see much changing. Nothing's really changed over the weekend. You know, we've seen a little move up, but it was not like it was unexpected. So we will see what happens. Again, I still feel longing this is very risky. Mid to long term, short term, you might get a a little jump here, but make sure you have your order set to sell because they're not going to hang around long. So that's why I'm staying out of the longs. I just feel it's too risky. The trend is still clearly down. We're still kind of playing in the larger descending triangle here that we've had for a while going now. That's played out pretty damn perfect. So until something changes, I mean, I'm still gonna be quite bearish the next few weeks. It sucks. I'm so bull, and we're not getting any damn movement for a bull to save our lives. If people think this is bullish, these moves are bullish, they're nuts. There's just no weight behind any of these movements. So, and we could be wrong. I mean, it could just jump, and who knows? This is crypto, but what the charts are telling me is that the overall idea is down, and it'll probably be that way for a few more weeks. Until we get back to December and see what we're going to, or until we get back to September and see what they want to say with the CBO ETF. I mean, other than that, bearing good news or something else that's going to come, I don't see us jumping at all. Not in a big movement anyway. Not anything that'll twinkle my feathers except for want me to just, add more to short or build a new short or something along those lines, because I just don't see it reversing yet. I thought we had our chance with the run up to 85, and we didn't succeed. We actually fell off faster than we fell off of most of these falls on any of these jumps. Some have been violent, but they stop and have some decent pullback in them. This one was pretty vicious. So, I mean, even if you look back, I mean, it's almost as vicious as it was back, back in April when we were messing around at the 10,000 range. We fell from, March 21st through March 30th and March 31st. We had a fall off of 9,000 to 6,000. That's pretty significant. The next day we had one from the last fall was from 85 down to 59. I mean, these are very fast falls. So this one here was a little bit of bounces in it, but this was a pretty vicious fall as the triangle's tightening. So I expect to see this fall pretty fast. At least down to test the bottom, and then we may break out. So either way, guys, I gotta go. My wife has a call she needs to get on today. That's why I had to rush it today. So I'm out for the day. But that's the idea. Build shorts, don't long it. That's kind of where I'm at with it. If you have any questions, you can PM me or whatever, and I can get back to you as soon as possible, or even now. I just got to get off live. So you guys have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the movement. Have a good day. Bye.